Hey there, this is Justin from Roland Pro AV. With me, the V-160HD streaming video switcher. And today we're going to talk about a feature that not many of you might know about if you haven't used the V-160HD or if you're looking to purchase one. It's a feature called Effects Transition Sync. And what that allows you to do is whatever is in program is swapped with preview. Now, if you're thinking, Justin, I can already do that with the cut or the auto button, right? If I do a transition, program and preview are swapping. But what if I bring a picture-in-picture into the equation? Notice if I do a transition, that picture-in-picture stays on program, right? What Effects Transition Sync will allow me to do is swap program with preview completely. Within the system menu, you go to page 2, and you simply turn on Effects Transition Sync. And after I show this feature to you, I'm going to show you some ways to have easier access to it during production. In this setup, I have 3 picture-in-pictures I'm going to put into preview. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to set the source to these music notes I have on HDMI 8. So you can see my multi-view up there. Now, when I do a transition, it'll just bring everything over the program together. All of these key layers, the 4 picture-in-pictures and the 2 DSKs, are linked to the transitions when Effect Transition Sync is on. So you can see here those buttons are program, and now they're on preview. If I introduce a lower third, like this song name here, that will transition with it. If you have both program and preview selected, you'll notice that when you do a transition, that the DSK graphics stays on both, but then the preset source, as well as those 3 picture-in-pictures, move back and forth with the Effects Transition Sync. That gives you an idea of how that feature works. So again, whatever's here will go to here. If they're both lit, nothing changes. That way, the effect layers are linked to your transitions. So if you're looking for a way to bring Effects Transition Sync in and out during production, maybe you don't want it on all the time, what you can do is go into the system menu, and on page 2, you'll see User Switch Assign. So these 4 user buttons up here, freeze, auto switching, record control, and camera control. We're going to repurpose record control for Effects Transition Sync. I go into System, and then the value is Effects Transition Sync. So now this User 3 switch, you can see it lit up because we had Effects Transition Sync turned on. You'll even notice here, without even pressing this using the menu knob, if I press this button, you can see it's linked. So I don't have to be on that setting. You can see I have control over turning this feature on and off, as well as an indicator light. In addition to that, you can use the new RCS software. Note that you need firmware version 1.08 or later to connect to the RCS software. So you can see right there in the software, there's actually an Effects Transition Sync button right here above the T-bar. When I click that to turn it off, you can see that the light turned off there, that record control light. So those are 2 different ways to set up access to Effects Transition Sync so you can enable or disable it during your production. This is a helpful tool, a way to bring in transition layers with a single button press. Now you can also do this with scene recalls using preset memories or macros, but this can be a pretty handy feature in some production scenarios. For more information, go to proav.roland.com. Thanks for watching.